I'm the kind of person that likes meat. And when we talk about tofu in Western culture, you might think, well, it's just for vegans. Chalky, dry, and flavorless are a lot of descriptions I hear. But after eating tofu and soy milk in different parts of Asia, I realized that the average soy-based anything I've had back home was just not good. It's like, we're the problem here. Let's go to Kyoto and redeem tofu's good name by eating it at a hidden tofu restaurant nearby a crowded temple. Get it? Hidden tofu, crowded temple. Guys? Well, you know you're in Kyoto when you come across a view like this. Welcome to the Higashiyama Ward, a stone-paved neighborhood lined with old-fashioned Kyoto-style townhouses selling snacks and goods. It has two popular streets, Ninenzaka, which is wheelchair accessible but quite the sloping street, and Sannenzaka, which has a long stone staircase. Don't be surprised to find this entire area quite busy, as it's both a bucket list destination and a popular spot for school trips, as you can see. As you walk further up the cobblestone roads, it leads to the famous Kiyomizu-dera Temple. You know, the one with the platform and the view of Kyoto. But today, this is as far as I'm going, since I'm heading to a tofu restaurant that is super close to the temple, but hidden in plain sight. Turning right off the main road, down a side street selling masks, the crowd starts to thin out, and then bam, you've reached Okabeya. This traditional tofu restaurant was established in 1839, and it's great for small and large groups of people. Just make sure you book ahead if you're going with a group.
Y'all, this is the Martina bucket list moment. I have spent so much time in Japan and never had the chance to go to a tofu factory or tofu-based restaurant. And now that I'm in Kyoto, I was like, I want to eat tofu from the mother source. This place has been around for so long. When you walk in, you can see that they make the tofu here, they make soy milk here, and then you can order this special set menu where you ready for this? You boil the soy milk that they make, and you take a skewer and you skin the surface and get Yuba. And Yuba is the skin of soy milk. Doesn't sound appealing, but it's delicious. I am hype. That was my hype dance. Maybe too hype for tofu. Maybe I should be like... So this is soy milk. In this particular restaurant, they talk about how they use different soybeans from all around Japan and they blend it to create the perfect soy milk. The soy milk is boiling and then the surface will create a skin. And we're gonna use these little bamboo skewers to roll or lift it off. And then you dip it in watade in the sauce. I've never done this before, but I have bought Kyoto style tofu, which has the yubu inside of it, Yuba inside of it. And the mouthfeel is just something that I can't explain. It's chewy and bouncy and soft and squishy and so yummy. And then in this pot we have the tofu nabe, so it's just super fresh tofu that's boiling in a very delicate dashi broth, and then you have some extra sauce and green onions to add to that. We're also getting more stuff. This is what I am so stupid excited about. If I watch it, will it boil faster? I can see something forming on the surface. It's happening. I'm giving the Yuba a go. I'm gonna just cut around the edges here. Ooh! Oh my gosh. Oh, it's quite shallow. I see. I see. Oh. Are you seeing this? Wow. Martina, did you come to Kyoto for this? Yes, I did. Okay. Straight from the mother source. Ooh, I can't wait to try it again. Now I just stare and wait for it to form another skin.
But don't worry, while you're waiting for your Yuba to form, you have a plethora of delicious tiny items to get started on. Majority of the items are tofu based, but there's also vegetable tempura and some tiny meat items. And please note, you can request a full vegetarian set.
I'll be honest, I don't know what half this stuff is. Because it tastes like a little bit like a fish ball. Not the balls of fish, as in like Okutan. But I've also got these really delicate pieces of tofu that look like they could be made with like sesame. I don't know what this is. It's like super soft and fluffy looking. Is it like tamago mixed with tofu? I don't know. This is like a little adventure course for me.
Since this tofu has been made fresh, it has a very different, delicate taste to what you might already know. Add a bit of green onions and a dash of light sauce, and it transforms this tofu cube to taste and feel almost like a fresh noodle.
So delicate and soft. It's just firm. You can pick it up, but it just like crumbles in your mouth. I have failed quite a few times at trying to take a sexy layer of Yuba out. I'm gonna try this time with ohashi. I seem to keep struggling at just getting one piece. Let's give it a go. Oh. Aha! My best attempt so far. It's so satisfying. This isn't exactly like a heavy meal where you feel like you gotta lie down afterwards. The tofu is so fluffy, it's not beany, and you have so many different pieces that are made with different kinds of tofu. Things that are silky, a little bit jelly, bouncy, but that mochi taste. So many different textures, miso, grilled. It's just a little like adventure in the land of tofu. Oh, I am so pleased. I'm just so pleased. We eat this little weird one here. This one's been like marinated.
At the entrance of the restaurant, you can actually see the chef working with tofu and making tempura through a glass window. And this guy's working with eggplant, and is he... Wait a second. What the? Is he just dropping tempura in scalding hot oil? Oh my gosh, this man is a beast. Do it, tempura man. Time to rejoin the crowds. Now, you can find a few spots in this area that are less busy just by getting off the main walking paths. Ooh, this is pretty.
Hey, ready for something nice? Is that a real crane?
I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see a crane while I'm in Asia, I'm like, I'm definitely in Asia. And one day, I hope to be so lucky to see a beaver in Canada. That would be so Canadian. But not a moose. I'll be okay without seeing one of those live. They're huge. They're like dinosaurs. Now, there are tiny tea and coffee shops hiding about these streets, and if you're looking for some suggestions on where to go, might I recommend my Ultimate Japan Guide? That's right, I've bundled my Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and Yokohama travel guides into one epic pack, giving you over 400 hand-picked locations. Once you bought the guide, it's yours forever, so open it up and start planning your trip right away. Whether it's epic locations or adding hidden gems to your bucket list, I've done the research so you don't have to. These guides also include handy travel advice, useful links, and basic Japanese phrases. And once you're in Japan, you can use the guide to get real-time directions to help take you to any spot. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So whether you're visiting Japan for the first time or you have friends coming to visit you in Japan, might I recommend checking out my digital travel guides at kingkogi.ca. Okay, back to the video. The Hokan temple was built in 589. That's right, not 15, 589. And it houses the Yasaka Pagoda. It lies in the middle of the neighborhood, and you can actually visit it, but most people just snap a picky. As we head further out of the neighborhood, I've got to show you the most colorful tiny temple. But Martina, what are these rainbow balls? Worshippers and visitors of this temple write their wish on a cloth ball called a kukurizaru, and they hang them up. This ball-shaped talisman is believed to grant wishes only if you give up one of your greeds. My wish is to see a tanuki. Oh, look! 3 tanuki! That's gotta be lucky. Well, thanks for joining me on this adventure in Kyoto. Make sure you give tofu a try when you visit Japan. And if you were confused by the thumbnail, it's from the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. What? You haven't seen it? No, you're missing out. What are you doing? Michelle Yeoh is awesome. You gotta see it. You gotta try tofu. You gotta check out my travel guides.